Hey, we're at Auto Sport in Indiana, Pennsylvania, and we have a good special guest today, 1968 Plymouth Roadrunner, a real RM21, which is a post coupe instead of a hardtop. That would be a 23. H-code car, 383 car. It is a 4-speed. It's kind of a little bit of a twist, you know. It has a 68 grill in it, 69 scoops on the hood. The chrome, the fitment, everything on the car is absolutely stunning. It has a set of aftermarket wheels on it that kind of give it a different flair, kind of like a resto mod flair to itself, but fantastic car, and it is a 4-speed, 3 pedals in this guy. Paint on this thing is exemplary. You can see it from all the still photography that Alex is going to show you, but also what we're showing you today. Obviously it's black and it looks like it's that deep. It really does. It looks like the car's wet. Alignment of the hood is very, very nice. You can see the gaps on both sides and across the cowl area is just as straight as could be. All the anodization in the grille itself and the headlight buckets, spot on. There's no marks or any deterioration of any type of any of the anodization on it. Chrome on the front bumper is absolutely gorgeous. The alignment of the bumper looks to be spot on. I can't really tell you anything absolutely out of line on this front end of this car. It's absolutely gorgeous. Going down the driver's side, again, the paint is just exemplary on this thing. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. Correct wiper arms and blades that you can see on there. The I'm jumping all over the place here, but the correct marker lights on the front, I'm sure they'll coincide with the ones we have on the rear. It does have a set of disc brakes in the front, and they are cross-drilled rotors on them. Nice set of wheels on this car. It really complements the car very well, you know, for the car being basically a black post coupe with a big set of wheels on it. I don't really know what size they are. It'll be in the description with the car. Again, look at the fitment on this thing. Very, very, very nice. A little bit of an overhang on the fender here. Loosen that bolt on the bottom. We'll loosen it and give it a tap, and it'll be right where it's supposed to be. The VIN plate, nice and clean. Designation on it. You can see your 6-sided rivets holding it in place. The glass in the window. Front windshield, really, really nice. I think it's just a standard glass. I don't believe it's tinted. I don't see any shade or anything on it. Trim around the front window. Really nice on this guy. Really looks good. And the roof on this thing looks like it's wet. I mean, it's absolutely...
We ceramic coated this whole car.
Oh, it is ceramic coated on top of that, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why the car just, it just exudes a lot of depth to the paint. Really looks good. Got a mirror on both sides. Non-adjustable, but they're mirrors. Of course, the Roadrunner designation on it, the way they came in 1968. Door closes and opens just like it should. Trim around the top. It has new whiskers. There appears to be new whiskers and wipes on it. Again, it's a post coupe, so that means that the back window does open up like it should. Look at the alignment to the front, or the back of the door here. The alignment's good in the front. The fender needs to be kicked in just a little bit, which we are going to do. We just noticed it right now, so we are going to do that for you. Quarter panel to the door, perfect fitment. Chrome on the door handle, just perfect the way it should be. Nice, sharp, where the inner fender panel goes to the quarter panel, just the way it should be. The two pieces come together as they should. The quarter panel is straight as can be on this car. I don't see anything at all going down the side of it. Boy, it is laser straight down the sides. Absolutely laser straight. This could not be any nicer, especially with this Coke bottle shape that they had in this era from the late 60s on. Back window, hat, shelf, rack, tray, whatever you want to designate it. Just as fresh and nice as can be. Trim around the back windows the same way. No marks or indentures anywhere on it. Look at the fitment to this deck lid. Look at this. It's just as nice as you'd ever want to expect anything to fit. And of course, it's a basic post coupe, so you know it doesn't have any flair to it. It just has the regular standard tail lights, no rear panel on it. Back bumper alignment appears to be absolutely spot on. It can't be any nicer than it is. Really a good looking car. It Roadrunner designation in the back, Plymouth, of course. Again, look at the gaps on this. The gaps are absolutely flawless. Forgot to mention the marker light on the back, coincide with the one on the front, 68 only with the round ones like that on it. And down the side of the car, look at that. It's absolutely as straight and laser straight as you could get. You just can't get a car that's any straighter than this, or fitment wise. This fender well is the same as the other one. Nice and crisp.
You guys can see how nice this paint is. I mean, it looks like a mirror.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it has a lot of depth to it. It looks like the car's wet. It just looks like it's wet.
This video doesn't do it justice.
It really doesn't. I mean, you can look at the still photography, but that's still not going to tell you the depth of the paint that's on this car. Look at the gap on this guy. And this just is absolute flawless fitment. You can see the interior of the car, the door panels, the armrest, the seats, everything is a little bit different. It does have a 70s shifter in it with the pistol grip, which of course wasn't available in 68. And the seats appear to be out of a Dodge Coronet, that type of seating area in it. Everything lines up as it should, correct style Mopar mirror. And I forgot to mention the chrome on the other side is the same as this. Usually this is deteriorated from age, and this is not. We just went through a Chevelle that was the same way. It had absolutely no deterioration, no pitting, no nothing on it. And the drip rail the same as on the other side. I didn't mention it, but there's no marks for indentures or anything on it. It's as nice and straight as can be. Of course, it has an antenna that needs tightened. We can do that right now. Got it. No marks on the glass on this side. Like I said, correct wiper arms and blades for the car. Let's check this fitment out. This guy is right on. Of course, Chrysler Pentastar, just the way they came in 68. So we went over this entire vehicle. The only thing I found, I mean, everything is nice and sharp tin. The only thing I found was that one fender, the bottom needs to come in about a 1/4 of an inch, and then the alignment will be absolutely flawless on it. And we're back where we started again, on the front of the car. So we're going to go ahead and show you the engine compartment now, and go over what we have under here. Okay, it is non-original motor, so it's not a numbers matching motor, but it is a 383 hypo. It does have a 26-inch radiator, has power steering, new battery. It does not have power brakes, but it does have disc cross-drilled in the front. It doesn't appear that anything's been disrupted on the nose of this guy. Core support, everything appears to be original on the car. It does have a huge fan in front of this radiator, in addition to the original clutch fan that came on this guy, but it has a huge electric fan that's on the front of this. It does have a fender tag that gives you all the designation of the options on the car you can break down. New shocks in the front, which you'll see under the undercarriage photos that Alex has of the car. It's a nice car. It has a set of Mopar style finned aluminum valve pans on it, and a custom air cleaner on top of a Carter AFB Edelbrock carburetor. It does have an electric choke on it. It's a very, very nice car. I mean, the car has a lot of charisma to it. It has a lot of, the paint is just to die for on this thing. It's exemplary in every way. It looks like it's a foot deep and it's wet. Just a nice car. I mean, there's nothing that we could pick at other than we went over the entire vehicle, and the only thing I could find to complain about was the bottom of this fender, which that's an adjustment that we can make. Obviously, we're going to prior to shipping the car, but we just noticed it now. But There's your drip rail again on this side. It has a custom steering wheel in it. All these photos you're going to see in still photography showing you everything that you can blow up on that photo to see every little tiny minute detail of everything we're looking at here now. It has the Beep Beep Roadrunner floor mats in it. Roadrunner in the back says Beep Beep on it. Like I said, a custom steering wheel. It's a nice looking steering wheel, actually. There's nothing on this car that you can complain about. The car has an absolutely gorgeous look to it. Let's see, we can get in the trunk and we can show you what's in there. No, that isn't it. There it is. Okay. Still has a splatter undercoating on the sides. It's actually not undercoating, it's sound deadener. But it still has the original sound deadener on the sides of it. You see the trunk floor. It was painted whenever they painted the car. There's no... This guy here, the best thing that you can do with this is forget that it's here. Leave it off, because all it'll do is condense some moisture that's in the air, and it'll trap water between this mat and the trunk itself, which you can see there's no deterioration whatsoever now. But if you were to store the car, I'd keep this thing rolled up. Other than that, all the rubbers have been replaced. They're all nice and resilient and soft. Everything on this car is just first class. It's a very high-end, some type of a kind of a resto mod vehicle. It gives you a modern flair, yet you still have the classic look of the 1968 Roadrunner. So it's here at Autosport in Indiana, Pennsylvania. It's a nice car. We're going to go for a ride. Okay, we're on our 1968 Plymouth Roadrunner. RM21 car, post coupe. Real pretty car. And it's a 4-speed, 3 pedals. We're in a residential district here. We can't go too crazy here with things. People pulling out all the time. But the car's a very nice car. I mean, the dashboard is real nice. A couple of small cracks on it.
One little crack right there.
Headliner's brand new. The sun visors are new. The padding's new. The interior is all exemplary. Going down the road, look, no hands on the steering wheel. No hands on the steering wheel. Brake stock just as straight and nice as can be. It's just a really, really nice car. It's a nice driver. You can take this thing to a car show and nobody's going to have a nicer paint job than this guy has on it. It looks like it's a foot deep and it's wet. Just as nice as you'd ever want to find. It's a nice running car. It's nice and tight. There's no rattles or shakes.
Rides really nice.
It runs really nice.
Yeah.
It's smooth. Even with those big tires on it, you know, it runs really, really smooth. Brakes work real well. Full pedal. They're not power, but there's a full pedal of brake on it. Just a nice car. Speedometer's working. We're about out of fuel, but it seems to be working too. Temperature gauge work. No, it isn't working. Temperature gauge is not. Amp gauge is. Ellis, you tried the radio.
Yeah, it was making noise.
Making some racket.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's radios, and we don't care. It works.
It was making some noise. I didn't have it tuned into the right station though, but it did make noise.
Well, you can listen to it squeak or you can hum. Nice car. Whoever gets this is going to get a nice driver for the summertime. Real nice.
over the lights on the car here for you. There's our low beams, high beams. He's going to turn the turn signals on. Driver's side. Passenger side. You guys can see how nice this paint is outdoors. You really couldn't tell inside the showroom how deep the paint is. I mean, look at the mirrored reflection on that paint. I mean, it's incredible how nice it is. And it is a black. There's no gray in that black, which you see a lot of the times. Driver's side, passenger side's working. Brake lights. Perfect. All of our lights are working. So this car is located in Indiana, PA. We offer financing, shipping, and we take trades. Feel free to give us a call or text 724-840-3499. 724-840-3499. Thanks.